Hello everyone, this is Moonfruit and I am back as promised. In this video I'm gonna show you all the equipment and whatever it takes to keep this amazing aquarium going and all the inhabitants thriving. But before I continue, I have to say thank you guys so much for all the overwhelming amount of love that the last video received. I honestly never expected that, and I really appreciate especially all the comments you guys posted. So again, if you have any questions throughout this video, any thoughts or comments, put them in the comment section below. I'll get back to every single one of you and I'll answer all your questions about the reef. So without further ado, let's get this tank tour started and I hope you enjoy. As you can tell by now, this is a Peninsula tank viewable from 3 sides. The tank is custom made from glass and made to size to fit right in front of my bed. It's about 5 foot by 2 by 2, which gives you around 125 gallons of volume. And this is what it means to have a bedroom reef tank. You get to wake up to this view every single morning. It's an absolute joy to start your day with the sun rising over your personal piece of the ocean. But before you guys start dreaming about your own bedroom reef tank, it's time for me to show you what it takes to keep this tank going. Now to start off, the first main ingredient is flow. And to take care of that, I'm using this Vortec MP40 mounted on the back left side. The controller is right behind it for easy access, and it switches modes multiple times during the day, as you can see. And at night it's set to a slower, constant mode, so it's whisper quiet at night and I can sleep in peace. In addition to that, I also have this Gyro XF350 at the top front of the tank, which blasts a huge wave across the top of the reef all day long. It keeps the surface agitated and always clean. And now with flow out of the way, let's talk about the next main ingredient, which is light. And to light this tank, I'm using 2 Radeon G4 Pros with the diffuser, which are on for 12 hours a day, running the AB Plus setting as you can see, and they peak at around 65%. And since this is a Peninsula tank, the Radeons alone are unfortunately not enough, so I've accompanied them by 1 T5 bulb on either side, running the ATI Blue Plus bulbs. They're on for about 6 hours a day, and since even that was not enough, I have installed these strip lights to provide even more pop with additional UV and royal blue LEDs, also on for 6 hours a day. This combination provides about 600 par right under the surface during peak hours and about 150 par down at the sandbed. As you can see, there is no shading on either the left side or the right side, which is especially important if you plan on keeping as many corals as me. And now it is time to take a look under the hood and see what foundation my mini ocean is actually built upon. It is not the fanciest, I have to admit, but it does the job, and it does the job very well. As we start on the right hand side here, we have the Bubble Magus Curve 7 skimmer right next to my drain. In the back we have a 36 watt UV sterilizer, making the water crystal clear. Then we have a heater just in case, followed by a cryptic zone as a stand-in for a refugium because I cannot keep algae alive in this system. And here we have a grounding probe just in case there's any stray voltage in the tank. And then on the left side here we have the return chamber with a 2500 gallon per hour G-bow return pump, which runs on the lowest setting, feeding also into the UV filter through this little manifold. All the way on the left hand side behind my ATO reservoir, we have the calc stirrer, which is a really important component in this system as it helps keep the pH above 8 by introducing about 90% of the daily evaporation as Kalkwasser. It is fed by this Versa doser and just draws the water from my ATO reservoir. And the rest is simply being taken care of by my Tonzi Osmolator ATO. Now at the start of the clip, I skipped over this very important piece here. It is this green tubing, and I'll show you where it leads to. It actually leads right behind my bed and behind my pillows where I usually rest my head. I've hidden this pretty big air filter. It draws the outside air through these 2 chambers of activated carbon, followed by 4 chambers of CO2 scrubbing media. Now the last piece in the sump that I haven't talked about is this white bottle that's actually full of sand. And to find out what that's for, we have to follow this gray bar on the bottom of my tank. And as we also pass the battery backup, you'll note that my love for the tank has overflowed not only behind my bed, but also inside my wardrobe, where I've hidden my Destaco calcium reactor. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm in a pretty bad love-hate relationship with this piece of equipment. It keeps my KH rock solid, stable, but also sometimes it just doesn't work. And it has this insane alarm that wakes me up in the middle of the night. I don't even know what's wrong. Also, I've modified the reactor because the 2 chambers of marble chips were not enough. I've added a 3rd chamber full of crushed coral, which also helps with trace elements. And because the original doser was unbearably loud, I've replaced it with yet another Versa. Just because I don't want to take any chances and I'm a bit paranoid, I put the whole thing in a plastic tray with a leak detector. It's also quite convenient to store my liquid foods in here. Now, it doesn't really matter what equipment you use, because at the end of the day, we're all aiming for the same goal, which is stable water parameters in the correct ranges. My up-to-date water parameters as of the day of recording this are a temperature of 24 degrees Celsius, aka 75 degrees Fahrenheit, a carbonate hardness of 8.3, a calcium of 420, a magnesium level of 1360, nitrate at 20 and phosphate at 0.2. Yeah, the last 2 are quite high. I reckon that's because I'm feeding so many pellets lately. My fish just absolutely love them. They keep begging for more and I just can't say no. As you guys may know, I hate doing water changes, but sometimes you just have to do them. And when I have to do them, I use Tropic Marin Pro Reef Salt. It mixes to natural seawater levels, it mixes really fast, and I've used it for 14 years without any issues. Otherwise, in terms of chemical maintenance, I like to keep things very simple with Tropic Marin Lugol's iodine. 2 drops a day takes care of that. I use Rover Fast to keep the phosphates in check. And some ROX carbon once or twice a month, just for a couple of days to get rid of the yellowing pigments and any possible toxins in the water. And here is my secret tip. These Wi-Fi outlets can shut your devices on and off from your phone, connect to your Alexa, set schedules, and even show electrical consumption. While I don't exactly live in the desert, it does get quite hot here, especially in the summer. So there is one last piece of equipment I need to mention because it actually saved my corals and fish countless times. And that is my air conditioning. That thing is worth its weight in gold. It keeps the whole room and my tank and me cool no matter how hot it is outside. And my question for you this time around is, what kind of equipment did you expect me to have on this tank? And is there any particular piece of equipment that has saved your tank before? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't done it already, smash that like button, share the video, and subscribe to see my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching.